Hi everyone, this is Sarah Parris. I'm an independent consultant with Jamberry Nails, and in this video we're going to cover the proper application technique for the Jamberry nail shields. What you're going to need for the application, of course, you're going to need your sheet of nail shields here. You're going to need a hair dryer. Go ahead and get that warmed up before we start. You're going to need a pair of nail scissors or other small scissors, very sharp ones. These are optional here. These can be used to do some extra trimming once the nail shield is on the nail around the cuticle area, in case you find that you've gotten a little too close to the cuticle, because they will not stick to the cuticle. This is also optional. This is the cuticle pusher. I like to use it to apply concentrated pressure to the nail shield. I think it just helps get a little better seal on there. And also, the last thing we're going to need is a nail file to file away any excess that you're going to have on the tip of the nail once you're done. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is match up these to your nails. You're going to pick the one that's going to best fit the nail. It's better to go bigger than the nail and then just trim around. I've actually already done that with mine, since that can be a time-consuming process. I may make another video just to show you the easier trimming process there, so keep a lookout for that. The first one that we are going to apply is going to be the blue Aloha on my index finger here. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I have washed my hands, and they are prepped properly as per the video I made before this one. We're going to go ahead and pull this backing off, and as you can see, I'm only holding it by the tip that I'm actually going to file off eventually, so that's going to make it a lot easier to handle, and that way we don't get any oil or anything that we may still have on our fingertips on the nail shield, so it will still stick. I'm going to trade hands here, and I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the blow dryer. I like to use the blow dryer on high. You can use it on low for a little bit longer, but I prefer to use it on high, and for this purpose it will be on high. So excuse the noise and give me just a moment. And you want to make sure that the nail shield is flappy whenever you get it back here. Then all we're going to do is we are going to apply the nail shield to the index finger here, trying to get it as centered as possible. Then we're going to go ahead, and actually that's not centered, so we can always pull it back up. I've found that you can pull it up at least twice without having to reheat it, and this shield is actually a little too big, so you will be able to see how I go about trimming the edge here as well. And all you want to do is take the cuticle pusher here and get really in the creases. Go ahead and push it back towards the cuticle and get all in the creases here, and just really rub the top of that. Keep it rubbing, 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 rubbing. Alrighty, and the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take the little scissors here, and I'm actually going to trim along my nail here. I'm going to leave a little extra, but not too much. There, you can see I did trim it here. And what I will do next, I will go ahead and I will trim the side here with my cuticle clippers. Very quick, very simple with those. Alrighty. And the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to hit it with the heat once more, and as I'm doing that, I'm also going to pull the excess over the tip of my nail here to ensure that there is a watertight seal on the edge. So bear with me just a moment. And you can see how I'm heating it with the hair dryer on low. I like to heat it on low when I hit it with the heat again. And we're going to pull it over the tip of the nail. Alright, and now I'm going to smooth it out one more time, making sure I've got that part near the cuticle very, very secure and sealed there. Get down in all the crevices. Come over the front just a little here. Then I'm actually going to take my nail file here, and I'm going to file in a downward motion in front of the nail so I can get the excess off the tip here. And once you do have the tip done, you can actually go inside and do a little side to side if you've got some excess hanging out on the side there, which I do apparently. So you're going to get in there and do that. You can actually shape your nails after you get it on there as well. That's not really a big issue. And you just want to really make sure that it's really, really down on the sides and near the cuticle, because those are the hardest places to get to. And that is going to be the one nail shield there. I'm going to do one more just for demonstration purposes here. This one I'm going to be putting on my middle finger here, and I'm going to be doing the regular Aloha flower. So let me go ahead and get this heated, and we'll begin the process once more. Here we go. I'm holding it again by the tip there so that we don't get any kind of oil from our fingers on there or anything. Going to switch sides, and now I'm going to hit it with the blow dryer until it's flappy. So give me just a moment. Alright, and it is ready, so let's go ahead and put it right down in the middle of the nail here, trying to line it up as best as we can. It can be somewhat difficult sometimes to get it in the center on the first try, but that will get easier as you go along. And I'm just going to go ahead, I'll do this one with just my fingers instead of the cuticle pusher there. You do want to make sure that you get, really good in the creases here. And apparently I trimmed this one a little big as well, so we may be trimming this one on the sides too. You want to get really good on the sides and the creases and near the cuticle, really, really good. These will not stick to the cuticle, so make sure that you're not on it. Make sure you are just at it. Alrighty, and now I'm going to trim them with my nail scissors here. Just a little bit outside of where the nail stops, so we have a little bit to pull over there. Alright, and I'm going to trim it just a tad. It is just a small bit too big. Alright, there we are. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to heat it with the blow dryer one more time, and I'm going to pull the tip edge over there so that we get a good seal on the tip so that no water's going to get under there and make it fall off. So I'm going to do it on the low this time. And I'm going to pull this down like so over the tip of the nail to ensure that we have a really great seal. And normally you would actually wait until these cool off completely to file away the edge there, but for time purposes and for demonstration purposes, we will just go ahead and get rid of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and in a downward motion, I'm going to file away the excess on the end here. You'll see it, it'll turn white, and it will just peel right off the edge there. Okay, I am going to have to come in on this side just a little and trim this area here. Push it down. Then I'm going to come in the side here, and I'm going to get rid of that little edge there. And then for good measure, once I actually have them applied like so, I like to hit them with the hairdryer on low one more time and make sure I put extreme pressure, as much as you can stand, on the nails so that I make sure that they are not going anywhere until I take them off. So let me do that and then we will wrap up. And for this purpose, I will be using the cuticle pusher here to apply that concentrated pressure. I like to get really, really good on there, get the seal really good, because I like my nails to last. If I didn't want them to last, I'd be using polish, right? Get both of them there. And you would just continue on with the rest of your nails, and these can even be applied to toenails. That process can take a little more practice just because you're in an awkward position for a little while, but they look really, really great. I actually have the Aloha flowers, this one here, actually on my toes. I've had them on there for about a week now, and they look fantastic, so I'm looking forward to having them on my feet for another 5 weeks, and then I'll change them, maybe put the same ones on. We do have over 250 designs now with our new spring summer line. So go ahead and go to my website there at the bottom. Check them out. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. The email will be in the info section on this video. I thank you for watching. Have a great day.